Ladies and gentlemen, time is money. Let's take our seats. We're coming to the final stages of our wonderful program. Thank you, Mark. A little bit more clinking. Ladies and gentlemen, could I please have your attention? Attention, attention. Please just indulge me. It's my moment of getting attention from all the CEOs, the great CEOs of our world, and civil society activists and presidents and prime ministers. It looks like some of the tables were having a really animated discussion, which is really, really good to see. And as you found out, there was a group leader at your table, and they will filter the ideas that you discuss back to the Global Compact. You yourself can contact the Global Compact with your ideas. And in a moment, table 4, we're watching you. And in a moment, we're going to hear from some of the table leaders. Now, we already were given the exciting news that the very fact that this lunch took place motivated a young, inspiring African to put his tie on as a sign of respect for this gathering of the good and great. But this is a young man, ladies and gentlemen, who's done much more in his life than simply symbolic gestures like putting on a tie. He has a philosophy, which is the philosophy of all of you gathered here today. And it is, and I quote, "Together, as one, we can accomplish anything." And perhaps he may have learnt a little bit of that by sitting at the feet of one of our most inspiring leaders the world has seen. Please join me in welcoming the grandson of Nelson Mandela, Ndaba Mandela. Thank you very much. Nice hair.
Good afternoon, everyone. Your Excellencies, distinguished gents, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to warmly thank you, the United Nations, for paying tribute to my grandfather's 100-year celebration. You know, as part of this celebration, I decided to write a book in tribute of this great life that he lived. A tribute to talk about Nelson Mandela, not so much as a president or a revolutionary, but as a grandfather. To talk about the stories that would reaffirm the need for peace and reconciliation in today's world. My grandfather, as you know, was a man of great compassion. And so, growing up with him, I learned that Nelson Mandela is a man who can connect to any human being on this planet Earth. And I'll tell you this because Nelson Mandela taught himself how to read and write Afrikaans, which was the main language in the apartheid government of South Africa. And so when Nelson Mandela was incarcerated all those years in Robben Island, he was of course assigned a guard to guard him. But there was a rule on the island that no guard could guard Nelson Mandela for more than 3 months. Because whether you liked him or not, Nelson Mandela would become your friend. You know, Nelson Mandela, right, because he was able to teach himself Afrikaans and became fluent in it, the wardens would get letters. But some of them did not have the education level of Nelson Mandela, and so Nelson Mandela ended up translating those letters for the wardens that were guarding him. And so because that touched them in a special way, next thing you know, the warden is smuggling an extra couple of slices of bread for Nelson Mandela, an extra couple of blankets, and little favors like that. And of course, when the authorities found this out, they'd get this very angry and would exchange their guard.